Hey, Jill Hope here from I Shine Wealth, and I want to welcome you back. We talked in our last video about this idea of being prosperous, and I shared the first hidden secret that can help you to unlock your ability to bring in more money, create more freedom, and be able to make a bigger impact in the world. And that first secret was understanding your relationship with money. Because when you understand your relationship with money, you understand that there is a whole set of decisions and rules and beliefs that come along with that relationship. When things happen with money, it triggers a decision, it triggers a response, it triggers an action, it triggers a feeling, and those all are part of that framework that makes up that relationship. So when you can understand your relationship with money, you can start to create a new relationship that has a new set of rules, patterns, behaviors, habits, and actions, and that can create new results in your life. So that's the first hidden secret. The second one is to understand that the story that you tell about money or about freedom or about making an impact or about whatever it is that you want, that story that you tell yourself and that you speak out loud to others is literally creating your financial results in your life or your results with whatever the thing is that you desire. So let's look at that for a minute. Words are so very powerful. Words have the power to create. There's a creative power associated with them. And how you see yourself and how you talk about money and how you talk about the things that you want, that creates an energy pattern because the words you use have a vibration. And when you use those words, when you think those words, you are actually literally creating that same vibration within you. If you speak words or even think words that have ideas of lack or scarcity or not enoughness, you are literally creating a vibration within you of lack, of scarcity, and of not enoughness. And it is next to impossible to create expansion and abundance and success when you are vibing lack. They don't sit on the same scale. They're complete opposites. So one of the things that's really important to understand is that how you talk about the things that you want creates your ability or lack thereof of having them in your life. As an example, I discovered that one of my stories that I was telling, and I didn't even necessarily use these words, but it was more of a vibratory feeling in my body. I later discovered what the words were, but I discovered that I had a belief that I am not enough on my own. And while this didn't come to hurt me at all in terms of my corporate job, because I wasn't alone in my corporate job. I was a part of a bigger vision and a bigger company. And so financially, I did great in that role. But as soon as I left to create my own business, and suddenly it was just me on my own, I really struggled. And it wasn't until I saw that one of my stories is that I'm not enough on my own. And so when I became aware of that, I was able to change that story and write a new story, start a new chapter in my life. So what your story is as it relates to either money or how you view yourself in terms of the thing that you want or in relation to anything that you desire. The words that you use, the words that you think, how you talk about that thing, all come together and create a vibration that will dictate whether or not you get that. How do you discover what your story is? And how do you stop using it and create a new story? Well, that's a really great question. And it's one of the things that I work on with my clients on a regular basis because we are all living with our stories. Our lives are a collection of stories we've chosen to believe. If you don't like a certain area of your life or what's happening in a particular part of your life, you cannot change it until you change your story about it. This is really, really important to understand. So how do you start? How do you start to change your story? How do you start to see what your story even is? Well, a very big clue as to what your story might be is to notice how you're feeling, because your story will create a feeling within you. The feelings we have, we are responsible for our feelings, but they first start by something we're telling ourselves. It's by the meaning that we're ascribing to whatever situation we find ourselves in. That is our story about that situation. So when you find that, let's say you're trying to create a certain amount of money, or get your business off the ground, or create a certain number of sales, and it's just not happening, you want to take a look at how you feel when you are in that process of trying to make a sale, or coming up with new ideas, or having an experience where, say, you didn't close a sale, for example. You want to look at how you're feeling. And if it's not good, if it's not abundant, if it's not excited, if it's not joyful or a loving feeling, if it's anything less than that, you want to ask yourself, what is this about? If you feel low or sad or blue or disappointed or frustrated, you want to ask yourself, why am I feeling this way? What story am I telling myself that has me feeling like this? That is a pretty simple question to answer if you actually think to ask yourself. I'll never forget asking my son this question when he was 8 years old, and he had tried out for the travel baseball team. It was his first time. They asked him if he wanted to try out. He felt very honored. He tried out. He was really excited, and he didn't make the team. And he was crushed. So I asked him, honey, what story are you telling yourself about not making the baseball team? And without skipping a beat, he said that I'm a bad baseball player. Your subconscious knows the story. You just have to ask the right questions. So next time you're feeling down about something, or sad or disappointed or frustrated because you're trying to achieve a goal and it's just not happening, the minute you register that feeling, ask yourself, what story am I telling myself about this? And if you answer something like my son did, like that I'm a bad baseball player, well, that gives you the indication of what you need to be changing about that story. Because do you think that any professional baseball player out there has gotten to where they are by thinking, I'm a bad baseball player? No way, right? So you've got to change the story if you want to create the result that you want. So this is hidden secret number 2. The story you tell yourself about money, or about that dream or that desire or that goal that you have, is creating the results you've got in your life. If you don't like the results, you need to change that story. When I come back, I am going to share hidden secret number 3 that can pave the way for you, open the doors to the money, the freedom, the impact, and the dreams that you want to create in your life. So come back again. Thanks for being with me. And I want to let you know that I have the doors open on a brand new program that will help you do all the things that we're talking about. It's one thing to go down that path on your own and chart your course, but it's a whole other ballgame when you have someone there to support you that has been through the process, understands the pitfalls, and can guide you and hold the light so that you can see your way through the darkness. So if you want to check that out, it's at ishinewealth.com/money story. That's ishinewealth.com/money story. I'll talk more about that in our next video, but we help you with all of the things that I'm sharing with you here. We help you understand and uncover what your relationship with money is, what those hidden patterns are that you may not be fully aware of, what the strengths are of your relationship with money, what the challenges are, what the gifts are. And we also help you not only see what your money story is, but help you write a new money story that matches the goals and dreams that you have. So check that out. There's a whole lot more than that. It's at ishinewealth.com/money story. In the next video, I am going to share the third hidden secret to getting things moving so that you can create that dream that you desire. If you feel it in your heart, you can have it. And that's something you've got to know. You wouldn't feel it in your heart if it wasn't possible for you. So I'll explain more about that and share our third hidden secret in a few days. Take care. Bye-bye.